talk about the year 2060. I thought this story was really interesting. Pew Research has done a little study they're calling The Next America, basically what America's demographics are going to look like in the year 2060. Now, I read a book recently, 2030 by Albert Brooks, and basically it's everything that he predicted, but they're saying it's going to take an extra 30 years. So let's look at some stuff here.
Okay. All right. Call Hala Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rachakwadash, Yahweh, being the true name of the Father, as the word only calls God, Yahweh Shai, being the true name of the Son, as the word only calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, along with the Holy Spirit, who taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect and to the brothers that's pushing this truth in sincerity, risking life and freedom to do so. And shalom to the brothers and sisters that are listening and learning. This is your brother Labar coming at you with another lesson in truth. And the name of this lesson is going to be entitled, The So-Called White Man Got You Thinking America's going to Be Here Forever. All right? The so-called white man got you thinking America is going to be here forever. All right? So let's get into this lesson. And you heard this devil talking about 2060, the year 2060. All right? And those are nothing but enchantments, right? To get our people in the mindset that America is going to continue to be here forever. All right, they're going to go to the next generation, then the next generation. All right, and it keeps you so occupied in this world that you don't know, most of our people don't know judgment is looming. All right, even though they say they believe in the Bible, how you going to jump over the scriptures that talk about judgment in Babylon? You can't get around that. All right, so I'm going to get straight into this lesson. And then you can see right here, like you said, what America can learn from the fall of the Roman Republic. And it's something that I found, in this article that was very interesting. All right, let me read this. Check this out. They say if you were a Roman citizen around 200 BC, you probably would have assumed Rome was going to last forever. I'm going to read that again. It says if you were a Roman citizen around, say, 200 BC, you probably would have assumed Rome was going to last forever. You hear what they're saying? So the same people in the Roman Empire thought the same way as these so-called so-called Americans think. And that's the consensus of most of our people. When you talk to them, they're always talking about what they're going to do tomorrow, what they're going to do next month, what they're going to do on vacation. They planning to get so-called married. They planning to get so-called engaged. They planning to get a so-called better job, man. All right? But most of the conversation is about building some kind of future in America. All right? And they go to show you that we're in a revised Roman Empire. It's the same system. It's pretty much identical to the Roman Empire. All right? So the point to this is the same people thought the same way as our people think today. They thought Rome would never fall. So that's the same spirit that's on these people today. They think America's not going to never fall. That's why when we talk about this place being destroyed, it upsets them. All right? People bugged out, man. But yet they'll say they believe in the Bible. How you gonna get around these scriptures that's talking about judgment? All right? The whore of Babylon. So let's get into this lesson. All right? This is the book of Psalms 49 and 11. All right? The book of Psalms 49 and 11. It says, then without is, so this is what the so-called white man think in his mind, that their houses shall continue forever. So that's they wealth, all right? They, estates, all right? You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man has taken possession of the whole world pretty much. All right? And this goes back into their family lines as well. All right? And their dwelling places to all generations. So it goes to show you that it's talking about the so-called white man. They call their names Slakia. They call their lands after their own name. So when a so-called white man would conquer, he would rename the people. All right? He called you black, Negro, colored, African American, and all people believe that dumb shit. All right? They go to show you, if you keep telling somebody something long enough, they'll start to believe it, even though it's a lie. All right? That's what you call brainwashing. All right? So this is the attribute of the so-called white man. He come in, and rename people, rename lands, all right, and steal lands, you know. Then he set himself up like he's the holy and benevolent, all right, but he's the devil. But our people don't know how to identify that because they don't know how to judge good and evil no more overall. It says Psalms 49:11, pulpit commentary. It says their inward thought is their houses shall continue forever, their dwelling places to all generations. Still, though they know this, the rich and worldly have an ideal, and this time about the so-called white man, an inwardly thought which they cherish. The so-called white man cherishes their so-called money. That's all they give a damn about. They don't care about what's doing what's right. They don't care about the laws of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the laws of the Bible. They say it's done away with. And they got our people drunken off that philosophy. The so-called white man is heavily intoxicated with all kind of different wines. And he got you all messed up. All right? Got you all staggering. All right? You drunk, most of our people. Let me get back into this. That they can certain sense escape death by founding families and leaving to their children substantial houses which will keep up the family reputation and accumulating land and estates. So they go back into the lands that they stole from our ancestors, the so-called Native Americans. All right, to which they may affix their names, so keeping their memories alive to the future ages. So that's what they think. They think this. That's why they talk the way they talk. They enchant our people. They got our people thinking this stuff, man. Oh, I'm gonna make plans for 2060, 2030. All right, all right. Malachi 1:4, whereas Edom, the so-called white man, that's another name. That's really his true race. He's not white. All right. This screen is white. No one's this color, man. All right. We are impoverished. So the so-called white man was pushed into the Caucasus Mountains. He's pushed into the caves which he came from. All right. In Mount Seir, or Mount Seir. All right. Dwelling in caves in the mountains and all that. All right. By the so-called black men at that time it's been called the Dark Ages. All right. But they came back into power during the Renaissance era. But we will return and build the desolate places. They came back into power. All right. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they should build. So you look at most of these cities, they got cranes in the sky. All right. The so-called white man is steady building, right? All right. And our people think just because he's building, that means he's going to keep ruling. He's going to stay in power. No. What the Lord got to say? They should build, but I will throw it out. I'm going to take them out of rulership. I'm going to take them out of power. This is my earth. That's what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah says. They should call them the border of wickedness. So everywhere the so-called white man is in masses at, it's great wickedness there. They promote everything anti-Hamashiach, anti-Messiah, so-called anti-Christ, man. We want to use that term. We hate that word Christ, though. All right? And the people against whom the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, have indignation forever. So he got a righteous anger for these devils. All right? Obadiah 1:3. All right? King James Version. It said, the pride of thine heart, so the pride of the so-called white man, he don't believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All right? He don't believe in the Bible, man, to make it real short and simple. He believe in his money. He believe in his evilness, man. He believe in his authority that he's been given. All right? Have deceived thee, that thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart or his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? So who's going to take me out of my rulership? All right? I'm the king of the hill. That's what the so-called white man thinks. You got another thing coming, playboy. All right? This is the book of Job 14:5. All right? Seeing his days are determined. So the so-called white man ain't running shit but his mouth. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah set this devil up. All right? Seeing his days are determined. So he got a time that he came into power. He got a time he getting ready to get snatched out of power by judgment. The number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah put a boundary on his rulership. I don't give a damn what the so-called white man say. He say it's gonna be 20. How the city's gonna look in 2080. All right, he can say what the hell he want to say, but Yahweh Bashim Yahushua controls. He set it up king and removing kings, man. Let's get that next. All right, let's get into this next scripture. This is the book of Daniel 2 and 21. And he changed the times and the seasons. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua controls this, man. That's why the so-called white man can't control the seasons, man. All right. When it's winter, as no one can stop that process. When it's summer, no one can stop that process. All right. He removed kings. So he's removed this. He gonna remove the so-called white man. Not the so-called white man not gonna rule forever. No, it don't work like that. He set it up, king. So he set up the so-called white man. He gonna bring him down. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. All right. So we understand these scriptures and we understand judgment coming because this place is just too wicked. It's overwhelmingly wicked. And we can go down a laundry list about what's going on in this place, man. All right, that's against the God of the Bible. Proverbs 27 and 1. It says, boast not thyself of tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. So all that talking into the future, saying what you're going to do, you got a 10-year plan, all right? And that's why people, I get it now. That's why when we talk about this place getting judged, they want to continue to be on the bottom, and they want to continue to barely get by because they're comfortable. They're comfortable in captivity, man. I'm going to do a lesson on that, Lord willing. All right? And the so-called white man don't consider these things. That's why he talking to the future a lot. That's where he say how this football stadium is going to be built in 2025. All right? He sells season tickets, right? For 2025. I'm just giving you an example of things he do. And there's many, many things he do like that. And he get our people drunk with that bottle, that shit he on. The white man do all kind of shit. All kind of drink. And he hand them bottles to our people and have them drunken. All right? So hopefully this lesson was edifying. Kahala Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rachachbadah. Shalom.